Welcome to Comedy Global. India cuts back world's largest fighter jet procurement program by half from 114 to 57. I'm Anjana and let's know more on this topic. In account of the reduced numbers, the Indian Air Force is cutting its largest fighter aircraft acquisition program and has signaled the possibility of a change in procurement model to one that is more attractive to international suppliers for compliance with Make in India standards. According to reliable sources, the anticipated $20 billion multi-role fighter aircraft MRFA procurement program for 114 foreign fighters is being reduced to acquisition of 57 jets through a global competition. According to the sources, the original proposal to manufacture these jets in India under the ambitious strategic partnership model is set to be scrapped, and the slashed program is likely to be relaunched under the Buy Global Make in India category of the Defence Acquisition Procedure 2020. All 57 fighters will be manufactured in India with technology transferred from a foreign OEM to an Indian company. The cutback is mainly on account of the government's Atmanirbhar Bharat policy directive to minimize defense imports and build up a domestic defense industrial complex instead to meet military requirements. A renewed drive is afoot to commit most of the capital budget for defense modernization to domestic sources. Even the Indian Navy requirement for imported deck-borne fighters was reduced from 57 to 26. The cutback on the MRFA and the Navy fighters is both an opportunity and challenge for domestic industry to make up the numbers. It is learned that the timeline for issuance of a global tender for acquisition of 57 jets is end 2022. The IAF had approached the global market with an RFI for 114 fighters in 2018. Responses were received by the Air Headquarters on behalf of Lockheed Martin's F-21, Boeing's F-15EX and FA-18 Super Hornet, Dassault's Rafale, SAAB's Gripen, the European Consortium's Eurofighter, Sukhoi's S-35 and MiG's MiG-35. India's record at procurement of a foreign fighter through global competition is torturous. The MRFA's predecessor, the Medium Multi-Role Combat Aircraft MMRCA program for 126 fighters was aborted after a decade-long procurement process threw up Dassault Rafales as the winner but failed to secure a contractual agreement. In 2016, India went in for a direct purchase of 36 Rafale fighters as an emergency procurement in a government-to-government deal with France. A foreign fighter is critical to the IAF's plan to peg its numbers to about 35 squadrons over the next 15 years. A proven foreign combat jet is also meant to ensure interim reliability and assurance till the indigenous light combat aircraft variants and the futuristic fifth-generation advanced medium combat aircraft AMCA mature and stabilize. The authorized fighter strength for the IAF is 42 squadrons, which IAF Chief Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary acknowledged will not be realized in the foreseeable future. The IAF's anxiety to ensure minimum force levels is also on account of the impending retirement of its legacy jets comprising the Mirage 2000, MiG-29 and the Jaguar's fleets over the next decade. The residual squadrons of the MiG-21 will also be out by 2024. 2 new Rafale squadrons are operational. Delivery of 83 Tejas Mk-1A fighters will commence in 2024. The Tejas Mk-2 and AMCA are expected in a decade in a best-case scenario. The MRFA was envisaged to mitigate the gap of fighter squadrons and combat capability. But the IAF, which was hoping for 6 fallback MRFA squadrons, will now have to work around 3. Industry sources expressed the view that reduced numbers in a global tender make it more difficult to meet stringent Make in India and transfer of technology requirements profitably. A cutback in numbers by half makes it more challenging to execute a complex tender like this one. Numbers provide viability, cost effectiveness and affordability, an observer recent. The SP model, which was supported to begin the development of a private sector defense industrial complex by reserving one major procurement per category as a one-time measure, hasn't taken off. The first program under the SP model, the Naval Utility Helicopter NUH, has been abandoned. The Project 75I submarine program has made little progress, and the MRFA's reclassification represents a setback. According to sources, this plan will most likely be scrapped. Because of the MRFA's reclassification, the contract will be given to a foreign OEM that will provide the Make in India component through an Indian partner of its choice. An Indian company would have been the company responsible under the SP model, with the option of choosing a technical collaborator from a pool of international OEMs shortlisted by the Ministry of Defense. This is Anjana signing off. Do like and share this video. For further updates, subscribe to Kaumudi Global.